Hi everyone, welcome to Learning Strategies 10. I'm Mrs. Colley. A little bit about me, I'm married. My husband's name is Tim. We have 3 children. Alex is 21, Tyler is 8, and Allison is 6. They are elementary schoolers at Oak Hills, right down the street from West Ranch. Awesome, future Wildcats. A little bit more about me, interesting fact, I was an Air Force brat growing up, and then I shortly was an Army wife. I did a lot of traveling, and it gave me the travel bug. So I have traveled a lot since then, going all around Europe, Russia, Guatemala, England, Mexico, Canada, all over the United States. So, I mean, that's definitely something that I'm missing now that we're a little more stay here, ordered to stay here, I guess. Anyways, I also love music, dancing, singing, and if you didn't notice before, the color pink. My interests when I'm not teaching are really anything outdoors. We have a boat, so I go wakeboarding and wake surfing and tubing. And then in the winter time, we definitely enjoy the cold, going to it, but not being in it full time. So we do the snowboarding up in Mammoth and whatnot. If I have to stay home, like I have been, I'm probably doing some puzzles or reading, and all of that includes eating, especially sweets. Unfortunately, it's a really bad addiction I have. More importantly, probably for you to know, is my education and teaching background. I'm a graduate of Valencia High School. I went to COC for a little while and then transferred to Bakersfield where I got my bachelor's degree. And then I continued to National University where I got my credential and my master's in education. Then I was able to get a teaching job, and I was offered one at West Ranch 10 years ago. Was there for a couple of years, but we downsized, lost quite a few teachers that year actually, and I moved over to Golden Valley. I was very happy to do that, very happy to work there. But then I think it's just the bug I have sometimes. I decided that I was going to move again. So I moved over to Valencia, and then when the opportunity arose that I could teach at West Ranch, I took that because I think that I've always just had this thing in me that needed to be back where I started. So here I am. I've taught learning strategies at every school where I have been, and I love it. But I've also been given the opportunity to teach a lot of other classes. So this year I'm co-teaching econ and teaching an econ class. I'm co-teaching a math class, and I have learning strategies. But in the past, I've taught Mod Civ and English and geometry and algebra. So I think that I have a lot of knowledge that especially these 10th graders are going to be able to suck from my brain during our learning strategies classes. All right, so what is it? What do we do? I think probably this semester is slightly different than what we've seen in the past because we're not in a physical classroom altogether. However, Zoom offers some pretty awesome features. So we do Zoom sessions every class, and we are working. So I can watch your student work, I can share screens with them, I can do special breakout rooms with them, so we can do one-on-one or we can do small group. So there's a lot of opportunities to do things in Zoom for that tutoring and homework help. As far as grading goes, I don't have a lot to grade. I just kind of base it on how are the students participating during class time. I do ask them to do grade checks, which is just them going onto Infinite Campus and making sure that they write down all of their grades accurately, and they show me which assignments are missing, if any, in all of their classes. I then track those from week to week so I can get an idea of the things that they're doing and not doing on a week-to-week basis. And hopefully we never get any further behind once we see those in front of us, and we can have sort of a checklist of the things that we need to do. Obviously, there's other supports available. per your child and your child's IEP. If you want to talk to me about those specifically, then feel free to do so. We are, like I said, working during our blocks on Zoom. There's a possibility that we'll be using other things. I do put all of the assignments and things that I need to communicate with them on the Google Classroom. But Google Docs is something that they're going to be super familiar with. They already know that if they're writing an essay, let's say in English, they are more than welcome to share that with me at any time, and I can proofread it for them. I can offer them comments, suggestions, edits, things like that in real time. So now you know that that's a possibility for them, and obviously Infinite Campus is going to be super important for everyone. Not only is it a grade for them in Learning Strategies class for them to be doing those grade checks, but also it lets you know where they are in all of their classes as far as their grades. And teachers are trying their best to make sure that that is updated very frequently so that everybody is in the know of anything that's missing or grades on things and such. So please make sure that you're able to access all of those. If you are unable to, get in contact with the school or the district and they will help you figure that out. Zoom etiquette so far, everybody has been pretty good. I have 2 learning strategies classes currently. They are 6th and 7th period, and your students are doing a great job coming to class on time and using the time effectively. But make sure that they have a quiet place that they can work, because that's important for them to be able to focus. Also, you know, they understand that they are to mute themselves unless they need to talk or unless they're, you know, let's say answering a question or asking a question. Hopefully everybody is always prepared and patient and positive in our Zoom sessions. So far, I've been really lucky that my technology has worked and my internet has been good, but you never know. I promise to be as flexible and understanding with your students, and I hope that they would extend the same courtesy to me if something were to happen. But we all just have to go with the flow and hope for the best that all the technology is going to work when it's needed. But I would do my best to communicate with students if it wasn't, and hopefully they do the same for me. I've already gotten a few emails, which has been great. Communication, I think, is super key in this virtual learning time. So the other thing I guess worth mentioning is that most of the time I'm not going to have them have to have their videos on. However, if I ask for them to be turned on, that would be important for them to be able to do. Overall, we just need to be nice to everyone. This is not an ideal situation for anyone, but we have to make the best of it in this time. So, you know, just be respectful of each other during any Zoom sessions, and we can all just get along and make this work. If you need to get a hold of me for any reason, there's my contact information, mcolley@heartdistrict.org, but you can also find it on the West Ranch website under teachers. I am currently working from home, but if we go back to school, you can find me in my room at 201. In the meantime, while we are virtually learning, our office hours are after school hours and after lunch. So they start at 1:40 and go to 2:45 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. However, I do want to note that those office hours need to be by appointment, because I, as a special ed teacher, have many IEPs scheduled in the afternoon. So I would need to make a special appointment and special Zoom session for your student or yourself, which is not a problem. I am open to doing that during those office hours eagerly. But just, you know, make sure that you're communicating with me via email so that we can get that scheduled. If you have any other things that you would like to talk to me about, questions, comments, concerns, please email me anytime. I check my email quite frequently, and I try to respond as fast as possible. I guess the only time that I'm probably not responding to emails is when I'm physically in a class on a Zoom session. So I try to give them my 100% undivided attention during those times, but send me an email and I'll respond accordingly. I'm excited about this year. Some of you I already know, some of you I'm just meeting, but regardless of whether we're learning in school or virtually, I am excited to be teaching learning strategies again. It is a passion of mine to help kids succeed to their fullest potential. So I'm excited for this year. Hopefully you are too. And again, if you need anything, just holler. All right, have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.